my friends, welcome to today's video. Since the wagon's still in the shop, we brought the R32, and today we're picking up a Christmas tree and tossing it right on the roof of this car, which looks super cool to have a tree on top of this car with it aired out for some photos. And the guy was saying, how do we drive like this? And I had to try to explain in English to his German that the car goes up and down on air, but ooh, that's a bit tall. That's a bit tall.
I love it.
I mean, we have a roof though. You know, it's under. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I tell you guys, all the trees here are 20 euro no matter the size, which is awesome. And it's very cheap, but sometimes they're really expensive. That's to hit our ceiling for sure. We're gonna have it like bent over like this, but if you want it, we'll get it. It's gonna like go across the whole car. The front of the tree is gonna be like here. It's gonna be across the whole car. I got a sheet back there and some straps to put on the roof. That thing's massive.
This is our tree getter.
That thing's massive.
Look. Wow. You know, it's
last year we had a tree from Obi.
Oh, no. Oh, she's gorgeous.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that.
Wow. That's definitely bigger than the ceiling in our house, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think we cut the top off by like a foot.
Bend the top.
We'll be all right. Bend the top?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're getting a tree. It's very tall. It might not fit in our house, but it's going on top of here. All right, we are secure. Look how cool this looks. Oh yeah. What a versatile car. Grocery getter, tree getter, daily.
It's easily the best car.
Not as useful as a wagon, but it does look pretty cool like this. And we're off, boys. You can see the front of it right up there. It's a big tree we got. See it.
That's the first tree.
Good old Christmas tree. And the last one we got with the Bora wagon was much smaller than this. Oh, your winner just decided they want to go up? You know, just Mark IV things. I think it's regular going out. It was like halfway up, the one down by itself.
It'll be fine.
It's broken. But we got a tree. Huh?
You said brake line.
Brake line.
You said this brake line's going out.
Oh, this window. I don't know what I said. Anyways, heading back home now. We gotta get changed and then head back to the hobby shop. Meet up with Martin again. We have the new caliper to put on the back of my wagon, swap it out, re-bleed that last side, which was already bled, but just to make sure. And I think we're gonna go. We're also gonna bleed this car again because the brakes work, but they're not where they should be. And then we're out. And tomorrow morning, super early, we're gonna go inspection, hopefully pass first try, and we're gonna go. Yes?
So,
I thought you were there like waiting for something.
Since I'm gonna be driving this car home,
oh, look, deers.
Can I drive
look at the deers.
It's a deer, bro.
Look at the deer, bro.
Can I drive it there while you're in the car with me, so make sure like, I can actually do it, so I don't beat myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So since she's been walking and doing a lot better on her foot, we're driving this car to the hobby shop. We'll have two cars to bring back home, pending, you know, everything goes right with my wagon. But she's gonna probably drive this car home today. Should we leave the tree on it for right now then? We'll take it off and get home.
You want me to drive with the tree on it?
It's kind of cool. You don't have to, you don't want to, but.
I mean, I don't mind. I just don't want it to rain.
Oh, this road is so bumpy.
What if it rains and my tree's all bent?
I'd live with that. I don't know.
I'm gonna live with that?
I mean, it would just look cool.
Okay.
But yeah, back home now, change to the hobby shop, work on the car. Also, my cam sensor and crank sensor should have been here today. So while we wait for Martin to show up, we'll toss it in the car, new brake caliper in the rear, and good to go. An inspection first try tomorrow, right? First try?
I hope so.
I hope so, because tomorrow's my last day.
I have things to do.
I have things to do besides work on this stupid car, and I want it to pass. So hopefully tomorrow we pass first try, and that's that. Well, boys, she's driving on the street. Granted, there's no boot on her foot, and it feels okay, right?
Yeah, it feels okay.
You've been walking a bunch, and she's got a lot of movement back, so for her to be driving, should be completely fine.
I'll be honest, I'm driving with like my whole leg. I'm not really like bending my foot, so it's kind of weird. to do.
Didn't install. Doing good so far. It's feel weird to be on this side again. Ooh, that B3 Passat wagon too. Cool car. But off to pick up Martin, then to the shop, and hopefully taking both cars home tonight, and no more issues. All right, my friends, we are back. Casey's pulling off the broken caliper. And then over here we have the new one I got from Marvin, which is this one right here. So I'll toss it on and be good to go. And then we have our new crank sensor and a new cam sensor to also toss in, go through, bleed the car, and then we're out of here. Like I said, fronts are already been bled, back to left already been bled. It's just back to this one, and then we out of here. Caliper has been reset. This is the new temporary one. Now we'll toss on the car and bleed.
Yep.
Okay. Stay together. Please stay together. Voila. New caliper is on. Everything is all bolted up. Not stripped bleeder valve. That's good to go. Now Mart will head back in the car, power up BCDS, and we'll bleed. We're gonna bleed the entire car again just to make sure, but now we actually bleed this one and have working brakes all around. And at least my carrier is still powder coated. It's just, it looks kind of gross. But you know what? It's functional. We can pass inspection. That's all that matters right now. Okay, so a little bit of time later, we found out the pressure bleeder, the actual valve at the end, the O-ring that was broken. So the entire time we thought this was putting fluid into the reservoir, it actually wasn't. So every time we tried it, this was empty. Okay. So we went back through and I just filled it manually while he went through his VCDS and pumped through the brakes. So now fronts are bled, rears are bled. We have good pedal feel inside the car. He said the pedal feels great inside the car. So hopefully, once I finish doing this real fast, just swapped in the new cam sensor there. Plug this back up, start the car, make sure the pedal feels good while the car is running, and I think we're good. That was a bit of a whew. All right, so we are reassembled here, new cam sensor. I haven't done the crank sensor yet, but I just want to go ahead and start the car and make sure the pedal still feels good while the car is running. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. So let's see. Oh yeah, pedal feels great right now. Camera, start it. My mat's all messed up. What's happening down here? Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, she's dead. The jump pack's on the ground down there. A little bit dead. Stand by. All right, we're back. All right, so car on, and pedal still feels good. Yeah, it still feels good.
How's that the brake feel?
Good. Better than what yours feels like.
Yeah, okay, good.
What we learned with your car, we were putting just air into the system the entire time.
Yeah,
so
we're just pumping them with air.
Yeah, it feels good.
Pretty nice.
Cool.
And now that I'm pumping, it's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels good. Okay, so we have to go up with the car real fast and turn it off. Up with the car real fast, do the crank sensor, it'll take 2 seconds to do. Wheels back on, out of here. We won't have time to do her cart today, so
of course.
They're closing soon. But we did it.
Of course.
While this is hooked up real fast, I'm gonna go through and clear after we do the thing, clear the code, and then hopefully it stays away. But if it doesn't, then maybe we have to pull the engine out again and check the timing. Which I don't see how it would be off because everything was locked. We rotated it fine, but
now we know
could
how
happen.
to do. We can do it in 2 days now.
Yeah, 2 days now. All right, so last few bits, get out of here. All right, so the car is running again. We have all the brakes done and bled. Behind my dirty wheels, you can see how nice and fancy the calipers look. Not bad at all. No center cast back on just yet. Running smooth. We went through and cleared the engine lights. You can see it's off as of right now. Didn't have a chance to do the crank sensor yet because just ran out of time. But engine running smooth. We'll see if the code stays away. But even with the car on, brakes feel good. And we are about to get out of here. Oh, what an experience. And you can see my my poor separate caliper, but we'll have a new one soon, repowder coat it, and be good to go. So I'm going to close this up. This car is so dirty, and we shall get out of here. All right, little wagon. Okay. Oh yeah, and brake pedal feels great. Take the light off real quick. All right, so lights on. Sounds good. Yeah. And the brakes work, so that's good. Like I said, we didn't have time to do the brakes on Casey's car, but we'll come back. And now we know that the pressure bleeder was our issue because it wasn't putting any fluid in. Oh, what a long 2 days. What a long 2 days. But yeah, brake pedal feels great. We should be all set for inspection tomorrow. No problem, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've done it. The brakes feel absolutely amazing. Just feels very, very good. Thank you to Marvin for the caliper hookup, because without that, we would have been screwed. Thank you to my wife and to Martin for helping out again today, getting everything dialed in. Just feels good. The brakes feel awesome with the car. So I have to go through and actually bed them in, but I mean, just like stepping on the pedal, the feedback feels great. It's just like, it feels awesome. Very, very nice upgrade for this car. It feels so, so good. I still can't believe, I said it earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. The entire time we were using the pressure bleeder, we thought the pressure bleeder is supposed to continue to put fluid into the reservoir so you don't run the reservoir dry. The entire time we're using it, there's an O-ring inside of the fitting and no fluid was coming out the entire time. So we had like 15 PSI that it showed on the gauge, but zero fluid actually coming out. So every time we were trying to bleed the brakes, we kept running the thing dry because we thought it was filling with fluid. So once we figured that out, I took that entire thing off and then we manually just looked at it, filled it up, filled it up, filled it up, kept it topped off, and now good to go. The process is actually super easy. It's very easy to do with VCDS, but when you're getting no actual fluid to the reservoir, that's what happens. Then you get a squishy pedal over and over again, and it seems complicated, but it really isn't. So later this week or maybe next week, we're gonna take Casey's car to Marvin's shop, and we're gonna do it again, bleed the brakes in your car squared away, because last time we tried, we had no fluid, and everything was messed up. But this car feels great, drives super good now. I mean, the pedal feels great. Also, new cam sensor in the car, used the computer, cleared the code, and nothing has come back on yet. The car feels great to drive. Didn't get a chance to do the crank sensor because all the secondary air stuff, I just couldn't get to it, and they were closing up shop, so we had to get out of there. But I did pull it out, look at the end of it. It looks brand new, honestly. Wiped off, put it back in, and we'll change it later. But as of right now, I'm curious to see whether the light stays away, because before I cleared the code and it came back within like a day or so. But we'll see what this one does, whether it stays away or not. But again, the car drives great, feels good, has plenty of power, so I think we're okay. Hopefully it was just a sensor and not timing, not the magnet inside, none of that kind of stuff. But I think we're good. So again, tomorrow morning, early, we are going to inspection. This car should pass first try. Brakes are new, lines are new, subframes new, bushings are new, control arm, everything in the car is good to go. There's no leaks. I cannot see why we wouldn't pass. We have all the lights on the outside of the car working. Everything on the car works as it should. There should be no issue. There really shouldn't be. And I thought we're gonna go early in the morning. That way, if something happens, I have at least the rest of that day to hopefully get it figured out. But I think we're good. And then after we pass inspection, over to the substation, get my permanent plates, and then that's it. Then we can breathe a little bit. Then we're good. Then we are good. And then once this car passes inspection, tossing the coilovers on, lower it down, and then we can do whatever we want, put the exhaust on, it's good to go. But I just want to keep it mostly stock until inspection time, and then good to go. So say a prayer, fingers crossed that tomorrow's a one and done kind of thing. We're in, out, permanent plates, and it's just that easy. Give her a little pull here. Woo-hoo-hoo! She feels solid. Ooh, she feels solid. That's the first time I actually like stood on this car and like actually ripped it all the way. That felt good. Only went to about 5,500 RPM, but that thing felt solid the whole way through. Let's go. Well, both made it home, no issues. Honestly, the brakes on this car feel absolutely amazing. Such an awesome upgrade for the car. It just looks so much better. Now, granted, this is all dirty, the wheel's filthy, but seeing that nice new rotor in there, the powder coated caliper, such a good setup. Again, this is 312mm in the front, 256 vented in the rear, steel brake lines front, steel brake lines rear. Just a really good setup for the car. Nice OEM plus upgrade, and it looks so good. Went from that 239 solid steel rotor in the back to now a 256 vented. Much better. Car looks good, stops good. Very, very nice. So I guess this is it. We've gone over everything unless we're missing something, but brakes are good, e-brake works, all the lights in the car work. There's no leaks in the car. I have the first aid kit in the back. I can't see that we're missing anything. All the bushings are new in the subframe, control arms new, axles will have no tears in the boot. We should be 100% good to go. Leave a comment right now down below. Do you think we'll pass first try? I think we got it. Even though every time I say that we fail, but on this one, I mean, like, we've really gone through everything. I think we got it first try. But with that, gonna end the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.